Teenagers, a creature with adult thoughts and toddler tendencies. The mind of a 17-year-old boy can be an adventurous and mysterious place. 10 foot tall and bulletproof, but most have a heart of gold they are hiding from the world. On February 19th, Nick had secrets, presumably plans he told no one about, or did things actually fall in or out of place that night? This is Nick's story through the eyes of strangers. Nick was born in Springfield, Illinois, and spent most of his life there. He grew up in a big family with 7 sisters and a brother. I'm sure there was never a dull moment. In November of 2016, he moved with his family to North Carolina. Nick struggled with ADHD, as many children do, but he's a huge help to his mother, who suffers from neuropathy due to colorectal cancer. He's described as a quiet young man with not many close friends, but was an avid hunter and fisherman. The family lives close to the Yadkin River, and he spends a lot of time there fishing and just quieting his mind. February 19th, 2020 started off like a normal day. Nick wasn't acting differently, and his mom did not sense anything wrong or on his mind. Nothing that would indicate the life-changing events that was about to unfold right in front of her very eyes. That evening, he drove his mom to pick his sister up from work, and on the way home, the gas light came on in the vehicle, and Judy, Nick's mom, said to drive on home. We would get gas tomorrow because it was getting late. When they arrived at their home, Nick made the remark of, "Mom, we have 36 miles till empty." At the time, she thought nothing about the remark, but later, the next day, things became much clearer. After they got home that night, his mom asked him if he would wash a couple of pans from dinner, and he told her sure. She went to go take care of other things and came back through the house, was talking to her other son, and noticed the pans were still sitting there. So she went to go look for Nick. She went in his room and the light was on, but he was asleep, or so she thought. She turned the light off and left to go to bed herself. That was around 12:15 a.m. The next morning, when Nick's grandmother got up at 6 a.m. to get Nick's little sister ready for school, she noticed the family's car wasn't parked outside, but thought Nick's older sister may have needed it that morning to go to work. But when she came through the house and asked where the car was, she told them she thought it was outside. They knew something was terribly wrong. Nick's brother went to tell him the car was missing, but Nick wasn't there. His mother immediately called 911. After calling law enforcement, they began searching his laptop to see who he had been talking to. They found a message from his girlfriend. She was breaking up with him because she found out he was speaking to a girl from Georgia on Snapchat. He tried to explain to her that him and the girl from Georgia were just friends. He messaged her one final time at 2:18 a.m. saying he was sorry he messed up and he would always love her. The family started an immediate search for him, searching back roads across the county. They walked trails that Nick loved to walk and went to places that they thought he may be, but unfortunately, he has not been found. Nick's mom called the detective on Saturday, February 22nd, 2 days after his disappearance, to ask about Nick's case, and was told detectives don't work the weekends. The detective told her if she finds out any information or if she finds Nick, to contact them. Nick's family feels like the investigation of Nick's case was over within the first week. On February 26th, there was a helicopter searching by air for Nick in the car he was driving. Nothing was found. Nicholas is described as having pinkish red hair and blue eyes, weighing approximately 130 pounds. He has the letters ICP tattooed on his upper right forearm. He was possibly wearing blue jeans, red t-shirt, black pullover hoodie, work boots, and a black hat with a green monster logo on it when he left. The family thinks he took 2 changes of clothes with him. His mother said he always wore his hat backwards. He also took his mom's .22 caliber rifle from her closet and her 2017 black Dodge Journey. He is a huge fan of ICP, which stands for Insane Clown Posse for those that are not familiar with a hardcore hip-hop. Many of their followers consider themselves juggalos. He has his phone with him, but it has never been turned on since he left. None of his social media accounts have been accessed since the 19th of February. The only account that has not been checked is his Snapchat due to the family not knowing his login information or the username he uses. They had no clue he had a Snapchat account until they read his girlfriend's messages. Nick has never ran away before. He has never threatened to run away. This has never been an issue with him. He has never showed signs of being unhappy or showing any suicidal tendencies. The day before he left, his new computer had arrived. They set it up, and he was in a good mood. He was happy and joking around. It seems teenage boys don't get enough of the media or law enforcement's attention when they leave on their own accord, not like teenage girls. Please note, Nick has family in Springfield, Illinois. Now we're going to talk about a controversial topic that has no connection or proof, but it is a very good possibility. The mysterious missing girl from Georgia. Here is what is known. Nick's girlfriend broke up with him because he had been talking to a girl from Georgia. One of Nick's friends could not get in touch with Nick and called Judy, Nick's mom, and asked about Nick. He told Judy Nick had been talking to a girl from Georgia named Julia. Seems they have been talking since December. There's a missing girl that's missing from Watkinsville, Georgia, named Julie Mann. She is 17 years old. Nick was last seen by his mom at 12:15 a.m. on the 20th of February. Around 2 hours later, he sent his girlfriend his last and final message at 2:18 a.m. At 6 o'clock a.m., Nick was gone. Julie was last seen at 10 o'clock p.m. on the 20th by her grandfather and was gone by morning. Julia has told her mother she wanted to move back to Asheville, North Carolina. It's a 4-hour trip from Nick's home to Julia's home. Nick has been talking to a Georgia girl on Snapchat since December, and to our knowledge, Julia's mom has not confirmed if Nick is one of Julia's friends on Snapchat. Why not? For Julia's privacy? Nick and Julia's birthdays are only 2 days apart in September. They will both be 18. We do not want to mislead or deviate any attention off from each individual's investigation. It's just a comparison of the 2 cases. They both deserve to be found, and both families deserve to know what had happened to them on February 20th, 2020. But could this theory be true? Did Nick pick Julia up that night? Julia's phone pinged around 5 a.m., 3 miles from her home. Neither teen has been seen or heard of since then. Do you believe in coincidences? Or did fate bring them together on that cold February night? Nicholas Alexandra Allen is 17 years old, missing from the Simerson Road area of Davidson County, North Carolina. Nick has pinkish red hair, which could be shaved by now. He has blue eyes and weighs approximately 130 pounds. Nick has the letters ICP tattooed to his upper right forearm. He left his home in Linwood, North Carolina between the hours of 2 and 6 a.m. on February 20th, 2020, driving his mother's black 2017 Dodge Journey with North Carolina registration plate HCV 9093. There's no GPS tracking device on that vehicle. If you see Nicholas, you should contact the Davidson County Sheriff's Office at 336-242-2105 or your local law enforcement agency. Julia Mann is 17 years old and is missing from the Rocky Branch Road in Watkinsville, Georgia. She was last seen on the 20th of February around 10 o'clock p.m. at her home. She has dark blonde hair and blue eyes with multiple ear piercings. She's 5'3", weighing approximately 100 pounds. Anyone with information on Julia's whereabouts is asked to contact the Oconee Sheriff's Office at 706-769-3945 or your local law enforcement agency. There is a $20,000 reward offered for information on Julia's return. Subscribe to The Missing Truth for notifications on Nick's case and join our Facebook page, The Missing Truth.